This is the mighty Thor from Universal Orlando.
See ya!
See ya! No, Andrew, we're at Universal Orlando. We got a sneak preview of Halloween Horror Nights for you. It's gonna be awesome. All right, you guys ready for your first sneak peek? The first scare zone. This is a scare zone. It's what is it called? Like the seven temptresses. The big 7 up. Ooh! Right when I turned it around, it was at 7 seconds, and I looked at the 7. Oh, it's creepy. Oh, look, gluttony. Oh, that's crazy. What's this one? If that one's gluttony, is this one spikiny? What? Wrath? Oh, that makes sense. Here, I would keep Patrick around because he's smart. Greed. Envy. Probably something to do with, with time. Quick, sloth. What's this one? Fire? Lust? Oh, she's gonna be the hot one.
We're gonna have sex on the couch.
This one's gonna be the hot one. And then what's this one?
Vanity.
Oh, vanity. Yeah, she'll be hot too. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's got like fishing line hanging from it. We did this at my Halloween party where it's like you're walking through it and it feels like there's a bug on your face. This is something to do with bats, I guess, because there's... Yeah, they got string hanging up already. Oh, there they are. There's some bats. Where are they? Yeah. Creepy looking bats. Is this that there's a scare zone about plants?
Yes. Wait,
is that right there?
I'm sure there'll be plant scare actors.
Yeah. No, it's like an entire scare zone full of plants.
Well,
it's a
if
garden.
you look around, like every tree, there's bats in every.
Holy macaroni! Look at those big bats over there. Those are scary looking. This is a bird, not a bat, Patrick. You're fired from your job. Scare zone number 3.
Now, this is it's really hard to fly.
There's gonna be people popping out right here. I know it. Look it. Yeah, there's a hand right there. Oh, look, here's another one. That's like a pelvis up high. That's kind of weird. I wonder what this one's gonna be called. It looks scary for sure. I hope that there are people that are that tall that are gonna be here scaring us.
I was hoping people would jump out of it and scare and like yell at you from up there.
Like bungee jumping.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, maybe there's like poles. Oh, this looks promising.
Yeah, they'll yell at you from up there like
Look at this.
Like that.
Be flags up there maybe?
Alright, so there you go.
Maybe. Oh, right there.
You know what this is called?
We don't know.
Alright, we don't know what this is. It's the place with the tall head.
This is called Canyon of Lost Souls.
This is my favorite part about Halloween Horror Nights. It's the fireball attraction.
It's a lot closer. I feel like you can get really.
We'll probably. Oh, look, it's a photo spot too. That was my favorite thing last year, is because we spent so much time like waiting for it to go off, because it only goes off like once every 2 minutes. So you're sitting there waiting, trying to get it on film or trying to take a picture of it, and you can never do it. Literally impossible. I challenge each and every one of you to try it if you come to Halloween Horror Nights. This is the main scare zone. This is Lady Luck.
I assume those are covering things.
Yeah. They're probably covering dead people. That looks like a person. Oh look, there's like a stick through it. So it's like somebody skewered. That's what it is. And then that, I couldn't tell you what that is. Apparently this is a Chrysler Plymouth dealership though. So we got some good news for you. All right, this is the acid rain one. If you look right here, in that covering there are projectors that are facing each of these buildings. And this is the acid rain one where everything's all melty. And so just imagine that this is all gonna be looking like it's melted. Is that the, oh, and look here, it's like there's a hole in the ground. But look, is this the car from Dick Tracy? I'll be very angry.
The car's always over here.
No, no.
They got that all blocked off over there.
Oh yeah, that's like a semi or something that looks like it's been acid rained out.
They're probably gonna do this whole corner.
Oh, this is gonna be awesome. It's a squail rat. These are acid baby cards.
Hey, that's my hat.
Acid baby.
I got that hat on the beach like 3 years ago.
How much you want to bet this is all lost and found stuff? What does it say? Acid rain kills rivers. This river is dying. This isn't even anything that's acidity out. It's just like a...
My scooter!
This is seriously, nobody has these giant wheeled bicycles anymore. What the heck?
That's my scooter though, I found it. That's exciting.
This cart is in perfect shape from Winn-Dixie. Oklahoma, where the sun beats down and the acid rain falls on your padlocked station wagon. Ooh, it's a moving maze. This is gonna be awesome. It's not very long. I like Fred. He's a good guy. He's following us. Oh no. I don't like Fred. No, just I do like Fred. He's a nice guy. Now we play the waiting game. I just cut Patrick off by turning on my camera. He's like, I'm in the middle of a sentence. And then I turned on my camera and he's like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, we're moving. This is exciting. Oh joy. Heck yeah. This is gonna be awesome. Oh, yeah. Oh, look, drinks right over here for us guys. I like the way that they say stuff about stuff. Look at this water. All right, it's a party now. I just broke it. I kind of want to sit close to this wheel as well as that. And this thing over here. What? Ooh, look at this. That is creepy face McGillicuddy right there. I wonder where they look through. I don't know, it's crazy. I'm really scared. I feel like she's gonna be a statue that's gonna jump out at somebody. Right now,
who's the director of art and design. He's been with Universal for 16 years and has worked on Halloween for 16 years. And his favorite Halloween Horror Nights was in 2004. Does anyone remember what was in 2004?
Twice the Fear.
That, exactly. We did the event in both Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. That was the breaking point year. So, TJ, welcome to the stage. Round of applause for TJ.
Yay, TJ!
All right, next up we have Rick Spencer, who is the creative manager of show development. He's been with Universal Orlando for 12 years and has worked on Halloween for 10. And his favorite Halloween Horror Nights is going to be next year's, which we're not going to tell you guys about tonight. So, welcome to the stage, Rick.
Can't do that.
Right. And last but not least, we have Kim Bramo, who is a scenic designer for our entertainment team. He's been with Universal for 12 years and has worked on Halloween for all 12 years. And his favorite Halloween Horror Nights was 2008. Does anyone remember the icon?
You don't know Jack.
Yeah, Bloody Mary, but please don't say that. So,
comes to Universal Studios. She brings her twisted world of horror, mayhem, and death for people who make choices. And typically, when you ask Lady Luck to make a choice, you end up on the wrong side. For her, every choice is the wrong choice. And some of you have come in contact with some of the people who have previously made choices with Lady Luck. If you've been playing along online, and getting along with our stories, we've given you the stories of the 8 haunted houses. They basically bring you in contact with 8 individuals that have been somehow accustomed and actually come in contact with Lady Luck over the many years. You guys know most about this house already, so. If you've been online, if you've seen any of the wonderful world that our websites and us in turn keep involved in, this house has gotten already a lot of great play. So, and don't ask me about how. The In-Between. This is a haunted house that actually is a 3D maze. I'll let Kim talk a little bit about this house.
Yeah, the In-Between is one of our 3D houses. We haven't done one in a couple of years. We started working on this one in November, and I think this is the best 3D haunted house I've ever seen. There are some amazing pieces that will happen in this house. There are some scenes in this house that are just going to blow your mind. I'm not going to ruin it on you, but between the 3D with the effects, the lighting, the costuming. The story is there's a couple of college students who find a board game, and they're playing this board game, and something goes horribly wrong. It opens up a dimension, a portal into another world, and that's where you're going to find guys like this.
If you're a fan of steampunk, this house brings it on. It actually takes you to a place that Souls of Steam actually is the first time you've ever taken a scare zone story, which typically scare zones are mostly built around characters and maybe an environment. Well, we now give you the story that tells you about the place that this place was all birthed and built from. It's a place called the Horizon. It tells you of a place that everybody on their 30th year gives themselves up to the place they think is going to be forever the best place for them. Let me give you a little propaganda for the Horizon.
Inside is your redemption. Walk this path, and your selfless act for the greater good will be rewarded with light and prosperity. Never again will you go hungry or know the feeling of thirst. All this and more will be handed to you in the Horizon.
Called The Forsaken. And I'll have Rick tell you about the story of this house.
Tell us,
Well,
Rick.
for those of you who've been following on online and playing the games that we devised to drive you crazy,
Oh, look, there he is.
you know this house is a tough one to get past. But at any rate, it's the story of Antonio Cabot, Captain Antonio Cabot, the fourth captain in a four-ship armada that left from Spain in 1492. Captain Abbott's mistake was allowing Isabella
Oh, that's
to
awesome.
let him choose between heads and tails, and what he chose was the wrong choice. For those of you who've been playing and keeping track of the games, you're all making the same wrong choice to continue the game, so get used to that. He was banished by Columbus and the other two captains and their crew. His name was never to be spoken, his image erased, and his crew to disappear as the Forsaken.
Some of the characters that you have here are actually ones from the houses. Over here on your right is a member of the crew, the Forsaken. Forever to live on the bottom of the ocean, cursed by Columbus and his crew. And over here, to your left, is actually one of the soldiers of our Spanish fort.
And the storyline here is there's a Spanish fort. It's been 100 years since Columbus, and now a hurricane has come through. You're going to be in the middle of a hurricane, and this hurricane dredges up the Forsaken's ship from the bottom of the ocean and smashes it into this fort. And now there are these guys fighting these guys as you walk through in the middle of a hurricane.
You've been given unbelievable precedence access to this film. I'll have Cam talk a little bit about this one.
Yeah, some of our design team in the spring went out to LA. They were able to see a lot of the prosthetics, the creatures, some of the sets, the props, and they were able to come back with just packets and packets of drawings, of set drawings, of prop drawings, and we used those to recreate some of the sets, some of the scenes that you're going to be going through. And then we had a tremendous prosthetics team build some of the creatures that you'll be seeing.
One of our other houses is called Nightingales. Actually, this house puts you in World War I. The main character that you come in contact with is a wonderful creation created 100% by us called Nightingales. If you look closely at the screen, you'll get a better look at them. A screamer for your online friends out there. This is a sketch actually that Kim had did. And him and David Hughes actually came up with this interesting character and a story of how they come to life.
They're nurses because it's a war. There are a lot of weak people and they prey on the weak. When nobody's around, they change from nightingales to those things and they prey on the wounded soldiers. Now they're in the middle of a battle and you're going through the trenches. You're going to be down in the trenches. This is really cool. I had such a good time in this house. And you're going from trench to trench, through tents, through... one thing, I'm not going to give it away, but when you walk into the... You know how we usually give you something big when you first walk in, a castle, a set, something to take your breath away when you walk into that first scene. These are all trenches. We're like, again, it's dirt and sandbags. What can we give them? Watch what you get.
Oh, poor Edgar. Sort of ran out of money and he washed out of West Point. Stuck in New York City, he has to make a decision. Should he buy a ticket and go north to Boston or south to Baltimore? Well, the lady that sold him the ticket to Baltimore, and we never heard from him again. He was nevermore.
And for you guys, again,
like
first
Pottermore?
opportunity to take a look at the inside of Nevermore.
Oh dang, totally missed that.
Hatchet head going on now. Rough time of gardening tools.
So that's a quick sneak peek inside some of our haunted houses. But we also didn't want to leave you without knowing more about our scare zones. Traditionally, haunted houses always get a little bit more focus, but this year, some of the things we're doing in the streets are by far unique, different, and never done before. This is a scare zone called 7. It represents the 7 evils that we have come to live with over our lives. In this scare zone, what makes this unique and different, this lives up on Hollywood, is that the characters actually change over the night. Most of the characters follow around the 7 sins. This is a character drawn for greed. This actually is the assistant character. The main character are all female cast. They're all done by color. And then over the night when you start, when you actually enter the zone during the daylight, they're actually somewhat sensual, seductive, and somewhat of a spectacle. As they change, as the night goes to dark, they also transform. There's 3 separate stages for our characters, in costume and in makeup design. Right now you're looking at costumes, that's why you don't have any headshots on these things. Most of the makeup design is done separately. But here, Greed basically transforms. The jewelry around her, the gold that she wears, basically becomes her prison. It continually becomes bigger and larger and actually starts to suffocate her. She actually transforms over the night, becomes more blue in color, like she's being suffocated. What you also don't see on the headshot here is they all wear porcelain masks at the beginning of the evening. And as the night basically continues, they remove the mask to show you kind of a twisted side underneath. This is a scare zone, again, we've never done, that changes overnight. Our own Evil actually is a scare zone placed up by Central Park area in our event. It plays with the characters that come to life in a very twisted garden. Some of these characters take the form of ravens and owls. Stilt walkers and ground characters come in contact with you. They all basically come to life out of the bushes, the vines, and lots of the landscape. Canyon of Dark Souls. This is an area over by Animal Actors or International Food Bazaar. Another thing unique to us is typically we take the landscape and we expand upon it. We built architecture. Kim built a few years ago a whole drive-in theater. This year we actually created our own landscape. We built a canyon. We wanted to put you in a very tight, confining space. Typically the streets in Universal Studios don't have those types of locations, so we had to create it. We created wonderful totems that now become sentinels across this landscape. As you make your way through here, you're confined, you're twisted, and at the same time, you're completely surrounded by the Canyon of Dark Souls. This one is placed over by Shrek Alley. It actually is the first time we've ever created a transforming scare zone within the park. Typically, we avoid those types of structures, those designs, because the architecture of a scare zone is to keep flow, keep the people moving within the park. The actors pretty much work around basically fixed scenery. Here, the scenery moves. The actors, the performers are able to change the space while you're in it. When you enter it, it will not be the same when you leave it. We're excited about this scare zone. We think you guys are going to have a blast in it, and at the same time, we think it's probably something nobody's ever done before.
Want to give it a hint? Best way to go through?
With your eyes closed. Acid Assault. This is placed on the streets of our back lot. We bring you in touch with acid rain that has basically tormented the city streets. And something unique here, we've actually done video projections before as part of our 360 show and part of a scare zone, or actually a show we did back in 2006, but we never placed them in a scare zone with you. Well, this year, that's all new. We're actually putting video on the Macy's facade, the Tribune, and the public library, and actually showing you how the acid rain has basically deteriorated these buildings over time. Here's a sneak peek of what that's going to look like.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's nice. Wow.
This is actually amazing. The technology is available to us now that wasn't available even 2 or 3 years ago. Makes this all possible. When we project on the buildings, it actually makes the building pretty much disappear. And this video architecture takes over the space.
You're going to stand in the street and not believe your eyes. Those buildings absolutely fall apart.
And this is one of the characters that populates the streets. They've also lived in the world of acid rain for a little too long. You will come in contact with Lady Luck. You will take your chances. You will take the chance to flip the coin, roll the dice, pick a card. This is actually placed in our Sting Alley Scare Zone. And you will see both sides of Lady Luck. It's all in Lady Luck's hands. And your fate is definitely going to be rolled by her.
It's hard to know. There are 8 of the most amazing, different experiences. I wouldn't be able to say. So I'm gonna defer.
You know, it's funny because I'm hearing this all say the same thing. Oh, the best houses ever, the best houses ever, and that sounds like corporate speak. But honest to God, these are such good houses this year. I've never seen anything like this. I think it's you guys are gonna be blown away. I had Nightingales. I think is going to be a great house. The World War I trench house. I think is everything about it. You know what? There's so many. Every other night we do a rehearsal out there and we go through, you know, with everything fired up. And every time I think I saw the best house, I go to the next one and it's better.
And the experiences are designed to be different and offer versatility. So, you know, you're walking through HR Blood and Guts and you're laughing at this ridiculous scene when all of a sudden a creature appears out of nowhere and you're startled and you're laughing again. So
yeah, HR Blood and Guts. I mean, we've got the Feaster Bunny and Thanksgiving and Ho Ho Homicide. So that's funny, and it's scary funny. And then you go to the Hawthorne Cemetery, and it's quiet, and it's snowing, and it's cold, and the snow's coming down, and you're in a cemetery. This big, beautiful, giant gateway into the cemetery. So it's a different kind of scare. And then you go into a battle where there's explosions happening, and lights are going out, and strobes are happening, and you hear gunfire, and these things are jumping out at you. So it's very, and then Poe is just kind of out there, you know? So every one is a little different.
yeah, and then you're going to go through the in-between and you're going to come out and say, I don't think I believe what I just saw.
I got to get back in line.
Absolutely. People are going to go back in line.
And Jaws is always a
Salzman's
challenge
theme.
because it's hot. It's claustrophobic. You're working within an existing queue. So there are facility pieces that you have to work around. There's posts that we can't cut out because they're part of the Jaws queue.
Yeah.
So it really works well because you're snaking through these posts. You're confined. It's hot, and you're going through a steam house. We're creating steam. We're taking water and creating steam at the end of it, and electricity that's going to be shot at you.
Basically, as we've said, she's been here since the beginning of time. Every time there's been a choice, a faithful choice, a critical choice that you've had to make or somebody else has made, she's been there. And we say that she's not what you consider her to be. That's why she's the two worlds. You think she's pretty, you think she's there to help you, you think she's actually good luck. The reality is, in our world, she's bad luck. You do not want her by your side.
Sometimes she's flesh and blood. Sometimes she's just simply a choice of posters to either enlist or not. And sometimes she's just a bad decision.
Kind of involved when you checked in. I bet you just thought you were just signing in to come to the Tweetup, the standard, thing to do. Well, what you don't know is that we've compiled everyone's names, and we're going to select a very lucky 21 to go on a very special experience right now. So I'm going to call your name. If I call your name, please head to the back. If you look in the back, there's Amanda waving right there. You're going to meet up with her, and then we'll tell you what you get.
Pat got picked for something special. You're going to have to watch his video. We don't know.
Congratulations, you're all part of the horizon.
We are going to launch an exclusive surprise Twitter contest for you right now. All you have to do
My
is
phone's
tweet
broken.
within the next 10 minutes the message on the screens next to me. Just tweet at UORHHN.
Hey, it went away. Look at this.
I've been tweeting agent. Oh, look at them. I can't wait to get next week. Oh, let me win my contest. I'm gonna come to you.
Ooh, fancy coin they gave me. Wow. Well, that was a fun change of events. I won. I won the admission to the employee preview of Halloween Horror Nights and an RIP tour, which is like front of the line to every house that I want to go in. So we're going to go in every single house and every single scare zone before the thing even opens to the public. It's going to be awesome. Quick, let's ask Patrick about the haunted house.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, what happened?
I can't explain it.
Was there a ship?
There's a ship.
Oh,
and there's
is it like
fort.
real wooden floors?
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be so
And there's this one
sweet.
room where it's like you're on the ship. It's like up towards the last room, but the ship's tilted, so you're walking like this.
Yeah.
So crazy.
That's awesome.
No, there's this one. They call it the heart of the house, and they built that room first, and then built everything around it. It's a giant courtyard, and then there's a fort, and the ship is smashed into the fort.
That's awesome.
And there's like mist sprayers because it's supposed to be a hurricane, and like wind machines, and then there's people hanging by nooses, and they're like dummies. They're like dummies too, because there was no scare actors in it. They just had all the effects going.
Oh, dang it.
And like they were hanging by nooses. They were like doing this. I was like above you. I was like,
That's crazy.
It's the best house.
You know what I saw? I got to see the acid rain buildings.
Oh, you got to see him crumble?
No, they were just turned on.
Yeah, they did that first.
Oh, what the heck? I thought it was special. Did you guys get coins?
Yes, yeah.
Dang it, I didn't
Got
get
two.
anything special. You got
got
two?
two. Yeah, you want
How'd you get two?
Because I took one in case you didn't get one.
No, I got
Thank
one.
God. Even though you used my phone to win the contest, I should get half of that. But there, they're just stupid coins.
Well, I already have one.
Oh, I thought you didn't ask me.
Heck yeah, that was an eventful night. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and now it's time to pay the price.